Man United won, Chelsea won. It was an awful game. It was a game of a severe lack in quality from both sides. I think that is the worst I've seen us play in terms of our attacking game. Like in the final third, we couldn't keep control of the ball. We were making poor decisions. There would get high turnovers. We weren't getting the wingers involved. Rashi wasn't going at players. Garnacho was frustrating and not going at players. Højlund couldn't get hold of the ball. And in the first half, Chelsea were doing the same, giving the ball away. Gusto kept giving it away. Lavia a couple. It was just a really, really messy game. And actually, for me and Matisse building it up with that grudge match, it was so typical that you get that crap. And look, I will say this, it shows how far we've got to go. I think that, you know, when you look at Ugarte and Casemiro in midfield, it's going forward with when Amorim gets here. Like, there's so much work to do there. Like, the technical level of our team is on the floor. Like, nobody wanted to keep the ball. Nobody could keep the ball. The players aren't good enough. A lot of the players weren't good enough to keep the ball. There was no connect between the midfield and defence in order to get us playing and come and collect the ball and then try and move through the thirds. We were getting played through quite a lot in central midfield in the first half. Chelsea were finding gaps, but then in the final third for themselves, they kept giving it away. So it was just a game of just mistakes and mess and just low quality. I did get this wrong. I honestly thought the place would be bouncing. I thought the crowd would be up, and they was like at the like just before we kicked off. But as soon as we kicked off, it just went flat. And I don't necessarily blame the fans. I know like we want to get that atmosphere, and I thought we'd get it, but we've been so bad for so long. The players got to feed off it. The players got to find a way to give the fans something. Win some corners, win some throw-ins, win some first tackles. Get Chelsea to, you know, have to keep clearing it. Just get the fans off their seat. And we didn't see that. We didn't see that from our team today. So I was a little bit surprised with that. I wanted them to sort of run the extra mile. Do you know what I mean? Put the extra tackle in and put some energy into Old Trafford. But we didn't quite get that. And I think we're fortunate. Chelsea today, look, they're the team, to be fair, with their manager doing well, scoring all these goals. They're the ones that are probably supposed to come here and turn us over. But they were poor themselves as well. They were poor themselves, and it was just two poor teams that just weren't good today, to be honest. I think that Mazraoui, though, I have to say, I mean, we bought this guy in for £12 million from Bayern Munich. An absolute steal. He absolutely pocketed Madueke. In that first half, when most Man United players were fairly average, he was aggressive. He was on the front foot. He just made sure Madueke couldn't do anything. And Madueke's been in good form. You know, that's one of the players you look at and say, I tell you what, there could be a problem there. Mazraoui said, nah, not today. Even in the second half, his feet are brilliant. He's technically sound. He knows when to give the ball. He knows when to be aggressive and try and win the ball. A very, very smart signing, if anything. So he can hold his head high. I thought he was absolutely excellent. Apart from that, I just think everybody else was average. That's just, you know, Bruno kept giving the ball away.
Yes, and I can tell you what, shout out Keith Sutton. Up the Reds, Inner City Gibbers. Go on,
okay,
Keith.
big up to Keith. Shout out Keith. Casemiro, I tell you what, he was going into tackles and winning the ball back here and there. But in terms of
kicking a blue.
Yeah, she's happy. That's it. If anything. What? Whoa, that was crazy. She's lucky I don't. Yo, that was fully crazy. Like,
there's always one or two, bro. There's always one or two.
Like, this is staying in. Like, this is fully mad. I can't believe what just happened. No, she's just walking away cash. I'm like, no, she shouldn't get to walk away cash like that.
Literally. She's lucky. She could have got a slap. Easy. The internet will find her.
Nah. Like, she needs, like, someone needs to tell her you can't do that.
Bro, we already called her whole back, bro. She's gone.
Seriously, someone, like, nah. I can't believe it. You lot don't see me speechless, but I can't believe it. I'm actually taking her in. I'm actually fully fucking angry. Like, I feel to just, like, she needs to be told, like, who the fuck are you? What is this? Where was I? Casemiro. Shit, man. Casemiro. He was average. He won the ball. Do you know what? In a tackle, he was fine. I'll give him that. And it was very messy in midfield. It was very messy. There was some turnovers that happened in midfield whereby it could have gone either way, and I wanted us to come out with those exchanges with the ball intact. That's the sort of thing that gets the crowd on their feet, but far too many times we were on the wrong end of that. So we couldn't really go from there. We couldn't really make a platform to play from that. I think Rasmus up front, there was a couple of times in transition where he could have released the ball a lot earlier to the left or the right, or chosen to keep the ball, and the move was just breaking down, and that was frustrating in the first half as well. Rashford, I think he was a frustrated figure today. He tried. His work rate was there, but again, we couldn't really get him on the ball. I think, to be honest, all of our attack today was very mundane. You know, Garnacho, one thing I like about Garnacho is that he always wants the ball. He always wants to keep the ball. He always wants to keep going, but the quality, the end product today, the decision-making just wasn't there from him. I think across the back four, I think De Ligt and Martinez were largely fine. Jackson didn't run in behind and really cause us any problems. Like I say, Neto was sharp, but Dalot did okay against him. There was nothing from Madueke. So overall, look, I see this as Chelsea were the team, and a lot of their fans would say, we're supposed to come here and beat this Man United team. As you saw me saying it, the pressure was more on them. You know, we're in transition. The manager's going to come here in the 11th of November, and we just got to try and keep our head above water because we know we've got a lot of things to fix. What we can see from our team is just we have to be careful about when we rate some of our players. This is what I mean, because there's a lot of players that we have that aren't necessarily as good as we think they are. Now, if Ruben Amorim is the manager we think he is and can get a tune out of them, no problem, and we can go forward. But there's a lot of players there who technically, fundamentally, they don't really have it, especially our midfield. It's still a huge, huge problem. Ugarte is a player that we've tracked all season, all the summer, and Ruben Amorim knows how to get the best out of him, so that's a plus. But in terms of what we can see his limitations are versus what his positives are, well, his limitations are on the ball. You know, he's not a very good passer, but that's not really what you get him for. What he can do is intercept, he can be physical, and he can get on the front foot. So he's got to be paired with somebody who is very good on the ball. Bruno, a little bit of hot potato sometimes, giving the ball away here and there, but it just that's Bruno. So these are the things that Amorim has to sort when he comes in. This is why this is a difficult job, because we've assembled this squad with over 600 million, and there's still holes in it. So overall, look, we didn't lose. You know, it's fine. I think it's enough to be able to go on to PAOK in the midweek and Leicester again at home. And yeah, I didn't get to end Matisse like I did. But to be fair, man was telling me, Chelsea were telling me 4-1, we're going to come and smoke you 3-0 and all of this. Where was it? Huh? Dan, come here. Dan, Chelsea man, Dan. What, yo? Was you one of these Chelsea man saying you're going to come here, mash us up 3-0, dead Man United, they've got no manager?
I knew you was going to try and do your manager bounce on us, but it's not going to work, man. When it's all said and done, look, I like your gaff, by the way. It's very accommodating. You let Caicedo come run the show, man. Caicedo, he had a good game today.
Well, apart from that was it, that one touch that Cole Palmer had, yeah, nice. I didn't see him.
Yeah,
it was lukewarm. It was lukewarm.
He's thinking about
He was lukewarm Palmer today, bro. I didn't even see him, bro.
Nuage is after this. He was thinking about Nuage, bro.
Madueke, bro.
You know what?
He's in Mazraoui's pocket, bro.
He's a good player, though. You know,
12 million,
like,
bro.
very, very good player. I'll give it to. Look, you lot did whatever you had to do to come out of here with a point.
Yeah.
I rate you lots. Forget me. Like you went to the well. You managed to nick your point. Yeah.
Was there more pressure on you to win that than us?
Nah.
No,
I don't think there's any pressure on us. I think we'll get top 4 comfortably.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal look like their season's done. Like
they're in top 4 race as
well.
They're
done. So like United, we don't know what United are right now. You got the new guy coming in. You got Rude. Rude's just running around the place like he owns the gaff.
Because he's rude, bro.
He's like a panther man.
Yeah,
like,
bro, he is. He's got a turtleneck, bro.
Every time he comes out.
Yeah. Not like when Lampard took over you, bro. You know what I mean?
Listen,
proper things, bro. Your legend sitting in the studio, bro.
Nah, bro. Our legends, like, get me, like, they're the real thing, man. Get me. I know about Rude. Rude's just in the background.
But he knows he's only here for, you know what I mean, a short time. You know what I mean?
Actually, I don't hate United. I'll be honest, man. Like, sometimes I try and manufacture the hatred for you lots, but I picked up more points here than anyone in Premier League history. So that's why I kind of
in the last 11 years you haven't.
Oh, in the last,
you know what I mean?
Since
last 11 years, man, and that's the mistake you lot made, mate.
We beat you more than anyone.
Bro, in our shittest time, bro. 11 years ago, 10 years ago, you was a good team. You used to compete for the league, bro. When did you win the league? 15, 16, when was that? You still didn't come here and beat us, bro. In our worst moment, you man still don't beat us.
You know what? in the last 11 years, I've also won 2 Champions Leagues. So it's just like, it's getting me like
you also finished 12th.
Yeah, it happens. I'll take it. So sometimes I know we got to have our little moment of being poor.
Correct.
Because I've had enough luck. I've had big days. I've gone to Porto, won Champions League. I've been to Munich, won the Champions League. So sometimes I just have to sit down and be like, let us go for our little moment.
Yeah.
You lot obviously going through your like 15-year transition period.
11.
And it's
so
like,
we'll
yeah,
be back
it's
now.
like,
We've got a new manager. We'll be back.
And
we'll be back.
I think you'll be a decent side, man, once you get it all together.
See you at the bridge.